Are you thinking of buying an investment property? Stop right now. Because if you don't know these three things, you could be buying the wrong property with the wrong loan at the wrong time. And the worst part is you won't realize it 2 years down the track. It's already cost you thousands of dollars. So before you buy another investment property, watch this video because I'm going to show you exactly what smart investors know before they pull the trigger. Let's dive in. Welcome to EST. We're here to help you build real wealth through smart investing, through strategic tax planning and financial security. So if you're serious about building financial freedom, subscribe, like the video, and drop a comment below. Let's go to work. Now, property is one of the most powerful tools for building wealth. I've seen it create financial freedom, replace incomes, and set families up for the rest of their lives. But here's the thing, property done the wrong way can also destroy your finances. And most people don't lose money in property because of the market. They lose money because they didn't understand these three key principles: cash flow, leverage, and the exit strategy. Now, this video is for anyone who's serious about using property to build wealth, not just own another liability. Let's start with the first and most powerful misunderstood concept. That is cash flow versus capital growth. Some people buy property hoping it'll pay them monthly, others hoping it'll go up in value over time. Both are valid strategies, but here's the problem. See, most investors don't know which one they're playing for. So they buy property that doesn't have good cash flow and doesn't grow in value. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation. So you need to be clear. Do you need income now to improve your cash flow situation? Or are you in a strong financial cash flow position? You can afford to focus on long-term growth. Which one? Or is it both for you? And either way, you better know how to calculate net yields, holding costs, tax benefits, and depreciation. If you don't know what you're investing for, you'll never know if it's working or not. It's common sense. Number two is leverage and structure. Now, this one's a game changer because property is one of the only assets where you can use other people's money, i.e. the banks, to grow your personal wealth. Think about this. You can control a $600,000 property with a $120,000 deposit. So if that $600,000 property goes up by 10%, you make $60,000 on the full 600, not the 120 that you personally put in. That's the true power of leverage. But here's where people go wrong. They don't structure their loans properly. They go to things like principal and interest when an interest-only loan might have given them better cash flow and tax advantages. They don't understand offset accounts. They don't set up the structures that protect their income or reduce their taxes. Smart investors, on the other hand, they play chess. They think 2, 5, 10 moves ahead. If you're not thinking about how the loans affect your returns, you're missing half the equation already. And number three, and this is a big one. What is your exit strategy? Buying a property is easy. Anyone can do that. Getting out with a profit, well, that's the hard part. Are you planning to hold it for 10 years plus and then refinancing? What's your exit strategy? Selling it for capital gains and maybe reinvesting? What's your exit strategy? Are you going to use it to retire and generate an income? What will your exit strategy be then? You see, most people buy with no idea of what their end game is. So they're going to get caught up in a holding pattern or a loop. Holding a property that's underperforming, under-rented, and over-financed? Come on. But smart investors, what do? They know why they're buying, how long they're going to be holding it for, and what their end goal is. They run the numbers before they purchase. They know the market that they're buying into, the current infrastructure, but more importantly, the future infrastructure of that particular area, which is driving demand. Let me give you a really good example. We had a client come to see us. They already own 2 investment properties. On paper, he was doing okay, but cash flows are a little bit tight and he felt kind of stuck. After reviewing his portfolio, we realized this. He had the wrong loan structure. His properties, on the other hand, also were under-rented for market value. He had no clear plan for refinancing or leveraging into his third investment property, this next asset fuse. So what did we do for this particular client? First of all, we restructured his finance. We improved his yield through proper property management and built a plan to leverage into a third investment property. And took us, yes, almost 2 years, 18 months to 2 years. Now he's on track to retire at 8 to 10 years earlier than what he first planned. And that's what happens when you invest with strategy, not just hope, good luck, wishful thinking. So let's recap. Before you invest in another property, make sure you understand these three things. Firstly, know your strategy. Is it cash flow or growth? Combination of both. What is it? Secondly, use leverage properly and structure your loan for optimum performance. Thirdly, have a clear exit plan before you buy it. Investing property without these three is like kind of driving blind. You might move, but it won't be forward, that's for sure. I want to hear from you. What's the one thing you'd wished you'd known before you bought your first investment property? Drop a line in the comments. I read every single one and I'll get back to you with my comment. And if you want more no fluff property strategies actually work that I've used and other clients have used, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification so you don't miss the next video. If you need personal guidance, why don't you head to our site, est.com.au. Book a free strategy with our team or send us an email with a question and we'll get back to you straight away. Let's get to work, hey?